Hi, I'm Amanda from No Limits, and today we're doing the first of our Make and Bake recipe boxes. This month's recipe is Oaterly chocolate squares, and this is the recipe that you will have in your box.
For this bake, you will need the oven, the hob, a small saucepan, a baking tray, a wooden spoon, a glass bowl, a sharp knife, a chopping board, a tablespoon, a cooling rack, a large mixing bowl, a sieve, and baking paper. You will need 175 grams of plain flour, 75 grams of softened butter, 175 grams of brown sugar, 3 eggs, 100 grams of white chocolate, 125 grams of honey. You will also need 125 grams of oats, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and 1.5 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda.
Okay, let's make and bake. So, to start making the Oaterly chocolate squares, first of all,
grease the baking tin and line it with baking paper.
So you have a little bit of extra butter in your box, so scrunch up a bit of your greaseproof paper, put it on the butter, and then grease your baking tray. And with the rest of your paper, put it inside. There we go, all done.
Preheat the oven to 180 degrees.
So our oven is already on and ready to go.
Put 75 grams of softened butter, 175 grams of brown sugar, and 125 grams of honey in to the mixing bowl and mix.
And this takes a little bit of work, but get mixing. Okay, so this is all mixed together now. So moving on to the next step, we add the eggs.
Put 1 egg and mix. The next egg and mix. And the last egg and mix well.
So get the eggs one at a time. crack the egg. Okay, that to the side, and just pour it in. And mix it in each time. And what I'll do is I'll get on and add the other 2 eggs one by one. Okay, so that's all 3 eggs mixed in.
Put 125 grams of oats into the bowl and mix well.
So we pour them into the bowl and give them a really good mix so they're all covered.
Put 175 grams of plain flour, 1.5 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda, and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder.
Pour the flour into the sieve and then just gently hold it over your bowl and give it a shake. And don't worry if some of the flour goes over the edge outside the bowl. Now the bicarbonate of soda and the cocoa powder you will have in separate bags, but we've mixed that together already. This also needs to be sieved in to the mixture. So just pop it in your sieve and give it a shake. And you'll get a few little lumps at the top, and if you want to, just grab a spoon and you can just squash it down if you want, just to push the last little bits through the sieve.
Fold the ingredients together until fully mixed.
So it's quite good to use a metal spoon for this. So just fold the ingredients like that. So instead of a big mix, you're just folding the ingredients in. Okay, so that is all the mixture folded and mixed really nicely together.
Chop the white chocolate and put 3/4 into the bowl and mix.
Now to chop the white chocolate, it's best to put it on a chopping board, and with a sharp knife, just be careful of your fingers, start chopping in whatever size you want. And try not to eat any while you're chopping. Okay, so that's all chopped up into small pieces. Put my knife carefully to the side, and I'm going to put about 3/4 of it into the mixing bowl with the rest of the ingredients, and the rest I'm just going to move over to the side because we'll be using that later. And then put it into the bowl and mix.
Pour into the baking tray, smooth, and place in the oven for 35 minutes.
So just lift it over the tray. Feels a bit heavy. And I'm going to just use the spatula now just to get this out. And by now, hopefully your oven will have heated up. So that's all out. And then we just smooth and that's how it should look. So I'm going to grab my oven glove and I'm going to place in the oven
When it's finished, remove from the oven and put on a cooling rack.
Make sure you've got your oven gloves to hand and carefully take the tray out. And then put on a cooling rack.
When completely cold, put the remaining white chocolate into a glass bowl.
It doesn't have to be exactly 25 grams, but just the quarter that you've got left over.
Bring a small pan of water to simmer on the hob.
And then carefully put the glass bowl over the simmering water to start melting the chocolate.
When the chocolate has melted, turn off the heat on the hob.
The bowl might be hot, so be careful.
Use a spoon to drizzle the melted chocolate onto the cake.
And you can drizzle it over however you want.
When the chocolate has set hard, cut the cake into squares.
Serve and enjoy.
Fantastic baking. We'll see you again next time.
Don't forget, we've got our Facebook Make and Bake page. We'd love to see what you've made. You can pop on there, share your pictures with us. We'd love to have a look. Join us next time for our next Make and Bake. Bye.